Blessings to your fam. This is your brother Zion. Listen, I had a very intriguing conversation earlier today with some brothers and sisters in whom I do respect. And, just talking about accountability and self-responsibility rather than passing it off to someone else. Just taking a look, as Michael Jackson said back in the day when he was alive, at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror, but looking at ourselves in such a way that we can call ourselves to the carpet of accountability and responsibility as grown-ups. You know, it sort of remind me in the Bible, at the headquarters of Eden, during a creation, that God gave specific instructions to Adam on which fruit to eat from, or tree to eat from rather, and which tree to not even consider. And we know that the enemy, the devil himself, tricked the woman, and Adam ate from the tree that he was forbidden to even touch. But the fact of the matter is that God gave the man specific instructions and not the woman, even though that she knew about it. But he gave the man specific instructions as being the covering, as being the blanket, as being the president or the CEO or the pastor of Eden. And so God came on the scene because there was a disconnect. And God said, Adam, where are you? We used to be connected like that. We used to walk together, talk together. But something has happened. And now there is a gulf between you and I. There's a bridge between you and I. Where are you? Well, I heard you coming and I hid myself because I knew that I was naked. Well, who told you, God said to Adam, that you were naked? So that tells me that there was a time, even before this time, that you were naked and not ashamed, but something occurred in your life to cause you shame, and now you're covering the shame. Well, such is the case with us. You know, I hear sisters, I hear women talk about, oh, there are no good men out here. I tell you, these are some slick dogs. Well, why are you picking up the dogs? Where are you finding these dogs? Why are you magnetized by these dogs? Or these dogs are magnetized by you. You know, they can have a different socioeconomics, different complexion, different build, a different culture, but still finding the same old dudes. It's not them, it's you. You are the problem. And same thing with us as guys, as men. You know, we complain and talk about, women out here. All these gold diggers, they ain't about nothing. They crazy. Well, why are you picking them? There's a reason why. There's a reason why you're pulling them or magnetizing, attracting them to you, or you are attracted to them. It's something in us that's attracted to the very thing that we say that we don't even want in our lives, but we find ourselves attracted to and inviting in the most holies of holies over and over again. Different face, same mentality, and same spirit. There's a reason why. When we find ourselves fulfilled, meaning those areas in our lives that are filled to the full with God, with what's important in life, then there is no room to try to add to what we already have, and there's no room for in the first place. And so therefore it calls us to be accountable, to hold ourselves responsible and accountable for the decisions that we make, for the people that we have in our circle. Why do we have these people in our circles? Why do we find ourselves in the same type of relationships, be it male-female relationships, friends, etc.? There's a reason why we find ourselves in these cycles of dysfunction over and over and over again, but to play the victim that it's someone else's fault. No, it's not their fault. It's our fault for not holding ourselves accountable and responsible for the choices and decisions that we make in life, that oftentimes is based on our own internal brokenness and neediness that God can fulfill. And that's our responsibility to fulfill in a healthy sense. And letting go of the codependent type of relationships the toxic and dysfunctional relationships, by addressing the toxic and dysfunction that's on the inside of our own hearts and minds. And this is real talk. And this ain't the type of talk that will get the collection plate full on a Sunday morning. I got that. But this is the will of God concerning us. Because he wants us healed. He wants us whole. But most of all, he wants us to hold ourselves accountable, that we can be the men and the women that he has called us to be for such a time as this. Peace and blessings. Love you to life.